First round pick Devonte Wyatt played in 7 total snaps for the Green Bay Packers. Today we're going to break down those snaps. Do note, not all of the snaps did he really have an impact, but he did show some good things on tape, and I do want to break it down starting with the first play right here. Now on this play, Wyatt is lined up in a 3 technique, which is the outside shade of the right guard, which means he has that gap between the right guard and right tackle. Now the Buccaneers are going to run an inside zone to the right, and Wyatt is going to get double teamed by the right guard and right tackle. There it is. So his job in this moment is to fight through that and really seal this gap. And if possible, get upfield and force the running back to have to cut it back to the inside. Now Wyatt does an okay job fighting through it. As you guys can see, he does contain the outside gap. A good block by the offensive lineman would have been a seal block, but you guys can see Wyatt does not allow the seal to happen. Now, of course, number 70 is going to also get and push out Wyatt, and the running back does cut it back, and he does end up getting tackled on this play. Not a major play by the offense or the defense, but do note that Devonte Wyatt in this play does do a good job in terms of not getting sealed. Now, as we go through these reps, you guys are going to see so many more plays of Devonte Wyatt just doing a good job. There are some winning reps. Here's a play, and I did find this kind of fascinating. The offensive line is going to actually slide towards Wyatt, and the center and right guard are basically going to double team Devonte Wyatt. And for me, the fact that they're double teaming Wyatt when Gary is lined up to the left and Smith is to the right is kind of interesting. Now, interestingly, one of the things that I noticed on this play is Wyatt fights through that right guard and ends up getting doubled by the center, and the right guard doesn't get off of Wyatt. He sticks to Wyatt. Sometimes you get off of these guys and maybe you go to the right tackle. Either way, it is kind of interesting. Wyatt is getting that double team, and I am foreshadowing a little bit, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Alrighty guys, jumping forward into the next rep, you're going to see Devonte Wyatt lined up, and in my opinion, this is a really solid rep right here. You know, I mentioned that he was getting double teamed, and I'm not sure exactly why he got the double team, because I think the double team should have probably went somewhere else, but I do understand why a team may feel like they need to double team a guy like Wyatt. If Wyatt was in a one-on-one situation with the right guard here, he would have won. That's a winning rep. This right guard has no idea what the hell just happened. And honestly, the center ends up picking up Devonte Wyatt. But how nice of a spin move is that by Devonte Wyatt? Look at that move right there. That's a great move. He does a great job. He leans forward with that left shoulder, uses that as leverage, turns around, gets the right arm on the backside, or the elbow, I should say, right there, kicks the guy away. And if the center is not there, that could be pressure. And it's crazy to me because they're sliding to the right. They're sliding to make sure that Devonte Wyatt is going to get the double team between the center and right guard. But that's a nice rep. Again, not every rep is going to go for a sack, right? Also, keep in mind, Wyatt only played on 7 total snaps. Even then, one of those 7 snaps was a quarterback kneel, so that doesn't really count. So really, we only got 6 reps. And this was the 3rd of those 6. But this 4th rep right here is the best rep so far. Check this play out. Devonte Wyatt is finally in a one-on-one situation, and what does he do? He pressures the quarterback. Now, this may not actually go down as a pressure technically, but he's going to be in a one-on-one situation with the center, and he's going to beat this guy. At the point of attack, he's going to make contact, and watch the shed. Boom. Think about this. As a quarterback, you don't want to see a guy coming directly at you unblocked. And of course, Brady throws in, the ball falls way short and may have gotten tipped. But a rookie to be able to beat a center, and I get it, the center's not their starting center. He's still a center that they have a lot invested in, right? He's still a center that they feel comfortable with. And Devonte Wyatt does a great job locking up and throwing the center to the side and getting right past him. In my opinion, that's a winning rep. And the crazy thing is, you may not ever see this play in a stat sheet, because I don't know if that counts as a pressure. I don't know if that counts as a hurry. But to me, when I watch the tape, when the Packers general manager or scouts watch the tape, they're going to watch Devonte Wyatt here kick number 70's ass. And they're going to say, let's put Wyatt in and let's get him in a one-on-one situation. And of course, the only reason he's in a one-on-one situation is because you have Quay Walker lined up over the right guard. And ultimately, that lets Wyatt be in a one-on-one situation, and he wins. That's a really nice rep. Let's go ahead and jump forward. Alrighty, guys, that was actually the final rep of Wyatt in the Buccaneers game. But I do want to just switch focus here and look at last week's game as well. So let's just get into some of those reps. Alrighty guys, jumping right into it, you got the defensive tackle Devonte Wyatt lined up in a 3 technique. He's going to have containment on this gap. He actually does a nice job in terms of actually forcing the running back to cut it back inside. He does a good job controlling number 62, Lucas Patrick, and ultimately the running back cuts it back inside. Pretty nice job, nothing major. He does his job. Let's go ahead and jump forward into the next rep. Alrighty, guys, we have another run rep. You have Devonte Wyatt once again lined up in the 3 technique. He has outside containment of the left guard here. In this play, he's actually going to get hooked. Left guard does a great job. Cody White here. And he ends up sealing off Devonte Wyatt, and the running back cuts it right through that gap. Now, that is 100% on Wyatt. Not a major deal, right? Understands his week 2, his second ever NFL game. He really doesn't have enough reps. I do still think that he shows so many dominant reps. If he gets to play 30, 40 reps, I think he would absolutely show what he's capable of. I think plays like this would not happen where he gets sealed. I think he would easily fight through that block by Cody White here. Do keep in mind, I do like the Bears offensive line. I do like White here, but I think Devonte Wyatt has so much potential. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alrighty, guys, with that being said, this is the final play. He only played in 3 to 4 reps against the Chicago Bears as well. So not a lot of reps so far for Devonte Wyatt. 3 to 4 in this game, 6 in the most recent game. So not a lot of reps. I will say this. Based off the reps I have watched, Wyatt does look good. Overall, I really like where he's at. And I do think the guy's going to be the Packers' best defensive tackle. In 2 years, when we look back, I do think Devonte Wyatt is going to be regarded as a top 3 to 4 defensive tackle in the NFL. The guy's just too good. He wins too quickly. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is the first time you're on this channel, please consider subscribing. We do all 22 breakdowns. And the Packers, we do try to get to at least once every week. Please consider subscribing. Thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time with another video.